Hey lovebugs, welcome back to my channel. So today is a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right here. I really like how it turned out. I chose a nice variety of old loves and new picks. So I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you enjoy, and let's get this started. I'm going to start with my Sephora eyeshadow primer base. Almost done with this one. I'm going to take that all the way around the eyes. I'm going in with some glittery shades. I don't know that I need glitter glue, but I think I'll use it. So whenever I go for glitter glue, my all over primer that I put beforehand for the matte shades, for me, needs to be really thin, and this one is a really thin one. Glitter Storm by Ciate. I love this palette. It was gifted to me by my friend Gabby last holiday season, and she knows how much I love stars, so this was perfect. But the product itself inside is really beautiful. I think I saw this was on sale right now, so I definitely recommend it if you're on the fence. It's actually a really nice one. Morphe R39 brush, and go into Whirlwind. So this is just in my usual crease area, blown out. Jupiter. This brown over here. Same brush. With the very tip of the brush, I'm going to start to deepen out the edges of the look. So right on this outer corner. So what about that Grand Pro 3 palette? Are you guys excited? I'm so excited. So excited. I haven't been this excited for any other makeup product in a long time. Probably since the last Grand Pro palette. Love that they're coming out with more mattes and that they're giving us some brighter shades. With another small Morphe brush, I'm going to go into Stargazer, the deep aubergine, and stamp that into this outer edge to really amp up that darkness. Going back to my first Morphe brush, I'm going to go into Jupiter again. I'm going to start to deepen out this spot right here. I'm going to begin to take whatever's left on this smaller brush and sweep that underneath the lower lash line. There's so much dimensionality to these shades. I love how when it's softer and sheared out, you know, it pulls a little bit pinker, and then as it builds up, it sort of becomes a little bit cooler, more blue toned. Just taking that first brush and just blending out all the edges. Okay, we've got what I think is a nice framework for this eye look. I'm going to use my Peaches and Cream pigment drops. They're not exactly a glitter glue, more of a mixing medium. Pandora, this glitter shade here, on my finger, and mixing a dash of that pigment drop in with the shade before I apply it to my eyes with my finger. I'm going to use one of the other shades to blend that out. Going back to this brush, the first one, pulling in Firestorm, my favorite shade in the palette, this beautiful pink glitter. I'm going to pick that up and lightly dust that over the edges, creating more of that halo effect. I have this new brush here. It's a NARS brush and it's really flat and precise. With this, I'm going to line the lash line with Stargazer. But again, I'm going to take some of my pigment drops to help me with this task. So I'm going to take Stargazer onto my brush and take a bit of the Peaches and Cream. And together, we'll have a more fluid line. And I'm just going to stamp this across the lash line. To soften that deep aubergine, I'm taking a bit of Solar with a bronze flash to it. I'm just lightly going over that harsher line that we laid down. With Solar on my brush, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right along my lower lash line as well. Taking a bit more Stargazer, the deep shade, and putting that on the outer edge. My e.l.f. small smudge brush, I'm going to take Firestorm, the pinker of the glitter shades, and again take a bit of pigment drops, so hopefully we'll minimize fallout. I'm going to go ahead and tap that into the inner corner of the eye, as I'm sure you expected. You really don't need much of the drops. If you put too much, it can really mess with your application. But even if you just like tap on a tiny bit of the drops, let it dry or set a little bit, and then go in with the glitter, that works too. I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury powder and take care of the very outer edges. The YSL Shock. Oh, you know what? I probably should have lined my waterline. Okay, I'm gonna try brown before I go for black. And this is the Esam dual-ended eye pencils, and this one is brown and gold. I'm not sure if brown will be enough, so we shall see. So far, I'm thinking of skipping any kind of falsies. I'm going to take my MAC Mineralize Time Check Lotion. I'm going to use that as primer today. And with my Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to use my Shiseido foundation brush. I'm going to use number 3 mostly, with number 4 around the edges of my face. Less than half a pump of 3 and less of 4. You can see those 2 shades. This is a nice handy little brush. It's very dense. It reminds me of my IT Cosmetics flat kabuki brush in how the texture of the bristles feel. I still absolutely adore this foundation. I'm going to take some of that 4 along these edges. Get some built-in contouring. Okay, now for one of the most exciting things, concealer with this funky tool. This is the Shiseido, I forget what it's called, but it's a double-sided brush and it has this gel applicator on this side. And I'm going to use it with concealer, is my plan. This is my YSL concealer I've been loving lately. Very natural, really good color for my complexion. I'm going to blend with this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It really is like using your finger. You don't want to use any alcohol on this tip, so I just use soft brush cleaner, alcohol free. This ferrule makes it a bit hard to get up close to my eyes, but that's okay. Okay, so before I set the under eyes, I'm going to take the Shiseido Setsuko number 7 Minimalist Whipped Powder Blush. It's like a cream to powder formula. We'll try this side and blend. Okay, so that is the shade Setsuko. Charlotte Tilbury, and the other side, the red side of this particular brush, I think it's going to give me more coverage than I'm used to because it's so dense, but it's definitely applying a little bit heavier than I'm used to. I usually take a much less dense brush, but I've let this brush dry for 2 days since I got it. I washed it and then I've been letting it dry and it's still damp. I even blow dry it a little bit with my blow dryer on cool. It's still damp. Yeah, I look a little dry because I put so much powder on just now. Maybe I'll go ahead and spritz my face before continuing with my Jordan Samuel. This is a very strong spray. I wish it was a little bit softer. I feel like I just got hosed down. But definitely looks a little better. This is the shoot. They didn't put a sticker on it. I'll put it on the screen here what this product is. It's a glittery gel highlighter. I'm going to take a bit on the back of my hand like this to disperse the product and apply some to my cheekbones. If you guys like glitter highlighter, then I think you're gonna like this because it's very intense of a highlight with these multicolored glitter and like sort of color shifting glitter, but it's not hard to wear. It's quite soft in daylight. Like it's not too shocking. Like if you wore like the Lemonhead Space Paste on the cheeks like that, people would definitely be like, look at that highlight. Coachella vibes type of situation, which this totally has fun vibes to it, but it's not quite as chunky. It's cute, you know, and from far away it just looks like a sheen, but up close then you see the glittery specks. I'm going to take a little bit and pop that into the inner corner to tie all the colors together. It's cute. I like it. I actually really like that product. They're coming out with a pinkier, blushy type of color that looks really fabulous too. It's one of these shades that I feel like is pretty universal because it's not white based or anything like that. It's just sort of translucent with a warmth to it. It's really pretty. Whew. Okay, I have to say that every time that I use this pigment drops from Peaches and Cream, my eyes tear up and sort of sting, so I think I'm like mildly allergic to something in it, but I just need to remember not to put it so close to my eyes. I've sort of narrowed it down to the common denominator. I'm going to take a fun lip combination. This is the Smashbox in Punked Rock, and it's a gunmetal purple gray. And I actually find it to be kind of on the sheer side and perfect for layering with a gloss because this is more budge proof. I've lost my makeup over here, but I'm not going to reapply until it stops watering, you know. I'm just going to keep chasing after a bigger and bigger mess. So I'm going to let that dry completely. And then I'm going to go into this, my cousin gave this to me. It's the Almay Goddess Gloss in Ethereal. A very me shade, right? So this is actually really nice. Isn't that cute? Very thin and smooth. A tad sticky, but not too sticky. Ever since I got my new setup, did I talk to you guys on YouTube about this yet? I know I showed it all on Instagram. If you're interested, check out my Instagram for more details. But I've been able to really see all of my stuff all in one glance. Makes things easier to utilize, and it's just, I'm very, very excited. I'm very happy with how things have come together, and just I feel nice and organized now. Both my eyes are watering, but this one much more so. Whatever. This is the final look. I hope that you enjoyed. I really had fun making this, and yes, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.